În luna aprilie, comuna Runcu, așezată la poalele măreților munți Vulcan, se transformă într-un colț de rai, unde natura își revarsă frumusețea în cele mai delicate nuanțe. Pe măsură ce soarele își face simțită prezența, razele sale străbat pădurile dese, umplând aerul cu un parfum proaspăt de flori și iarbă verde. Copacii, îmbrăcați în haine de primăvară, își etalează mugurii plini de viață, iar păsările cu trilurile lor vesele anunță venirea unui nou anotimp. Cheile Sohodol, cu stâncile lor impunătoare și formațiunile geologice spectaculoase, se află la doar o aruncătură de băți de Runcu. Aici, natura a sculptat un peisaj de vis, unde apa cristalină a râului Sohodol curge cu o forță liniștitoare, creând un cadru perfect pentru drumeții și explorări. Muntele, cu pădurile sale de conifere și foioase, oferă nu doar un refugiu pentru fauna sălbatică, ci și un loc de meditație pentru cei care caută liniștea și frumusețea naturii. Runcu, cu peisajele sale idilice și atmosfera sa caldă, devine astfel un loc de poveste, unde fiecare colțișor ascunde o frumusețe aparte, iar primăvara își lasă amprenta în sufletele celor care îi calcă pragul. Aici, la poalele munților Vulcan, natura și tradiția se împletesc armonios, oferind vizitatorilor o experiență de neuitat. În această localitate, Martin, un englez cu inima deschisă, a ales să-și construiască o nouă viață la Runcu, acum 7 ani, alături de soția sa iubitoare Doris. Deși limba română nu i-a fost niciodată cea mai ușoară, curajul și determinarea lui au fost mai puternice decât orice obstacol. Împreună au transformat un vis în realitate, deschizând o cafenea elegantă, un loc special unde tradiția și rafinamentul se întâlnesc. Decorată cu reclame vintage pictate pe oglinzi, cafeneaua lui Martin și Doris devine un colț de poveste chiar la intrarea în Cheile Sohodol.
Chai Merișor.
Mulțumesc.
Hot latte caramel. Couple of cherry.
Atmosfera caldă și primitoare, alături de aroma cafelei proaspete și de detaliile atent alese, fac din acest loc o oază de liniște și frumusețe pentru localnici și turiști deopotrivă. Martin, cu zâmbetul său sincer și cu dorința de a împărtăși din cultura sa, a reușit să creeze un spațiu în care poveștile se împletesc și amintirile devin parte din peisaj. Este un exemplu de curaj și pasiune, un englez care, departe de țara sa natală, a găsit acasă, în inima Runcului, aducând cu el un strop de eleganță și un farmec aparte, ce vor rămâne mereu în amintirea celor care îl cunosc.
Hello.
Good morning.
Can you tell us about your origins and what made you decide to settle in Romania?
To me,
Yes,
I guess.
you.
Okay, so I come from the UK, the north of England, and my wife comes from Romania, Târgu, and after visiting many times, we decided to buy a property out here to live in, basically.
And what attracted you to Romania, in particular to the Vulcan Mountain?
Yeah, I mean, we looked for somewhere to live round about the Turgăju area. We ended up travelling through Runcu, and it is just such a beautiful place that you've got to say, if we can find somewhere to live here, we'll live here.
So Doris were agreeing.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Were
It
you?
was okay, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
I didn't have to twist her arm.
How was the transition between English and Romanian culture? What challenges did you encounter at the beginning?
So my biggest challenge from the beginning and today is language. So my Romanian is puțin, so very little, and I'm not very good at picking up languages, but I'm trying, and I get a little bit better each day, but only a little bit better. So language is probably the biggest challenge I've had. That said, a lot of people speak enough English to get by. I can manage to work behind the bar here without anybody helping me. So yeah, in terms of cultural, I haven't come across any cultural challenges. I find Romania are a lot more overtly religious than perhaps the UK is these days, which you've got to respect. But apart from that, nothing really. Language is the biggest barrier.
Can you tell me, how do you see the integration into the local community from the point of view of family life? Have you had any difficulty or pleasant surprise?
I've not had any difficulties. We've got two children. I say children. They're grown up. One's 30 and the other one's 25. Yeah, so they're grown up children who live in the UK. They've both been out here. They love it here. They'd like to. At least one of them wants to come and live out here as well. So we've had no difficulties integrating in the area or with the people. I mean, the people around here are very nice, extremely nice, very tolerant of me not speaking Romanian as well.
Can I ask you, what inspired you to open a coffee in this area? Was there a defining moment in the idea of starting this business?
Yeah, there was. So we used to walk past this building. We lived just 50 metres that direction, and we used to walk past this building frequently.
Yeah.
And it was unoccupied, deteriorating, and I always used to look at it and say, what a shame such a lovely building is going to ruin. And then back in 2022, I accidentally found it for sale on the internet, and we said, we've been saying what a shame for so long, now we should do something about it. So we bought it and we started converting it since.
Yeah, and we wanted to have a nice place to have a coffee.
It's nice.
Yeah, it's a bit of an expensive way of going around finding a nice place to have a coffee, but build your own coffee bar, but there you go.
How do locals and tourists respond to your coffee concept? Do you have a local marketing strategy?
So, no, we don't, and we do need to do more from a marketing perspective. But I think when we set out on this journey, like Doris said, we wanted a nice place to have a coffee, and it's not just I look at it from it's a whole experience. You know, if people have a really good experience here, they'll come back again. And the experience isn't just here; it's the location. So you're in Runcu. It's a beautiful location. You've got the Sohodol Gorge down there, so we've got the location. Then you've got the actual venue. So it's a little bit, it's not quite a Romanian interior bar, I don't think. I think it's slightly different. It's not quite English. but there's a lot of whiskey
It's like
memorabilia and vintage whiskey stuff around the place, even though it's a cafe bar. So we've got a nice venue, and then you've got the product. So we've got coffee. Everybody tells us our coffee is the best coffee in the area, if not the whole of Romania. So it's not me saying it; it's the customers. Customers come back from. They come from Târgu all the way here just to have a coffee. Petroshan, they come all the way here just to have a coffee. Sorry?
It's not far away from...
It's not far away, but it's a long way, to go. You pass several coffee shops on the way here to get a coffee. So people like the product. So, and I think the whole atmosphere of the place is good as well. So it's a whole experience that we're looking to provide people, and hopefully tourists and locals alike will come back here.
What impression have customers shared about their experience in your coffee? Are there any interesting or memorable stories that you can share?
So I think we just touched on it a little bit. The biggest feedback we get are the coffee is excellent, yeah. I mean, we do drinks as well, but it's always the coffee is excellent, and they love the bar. They think the way it's been kitted out, and they like all the mirrors are genuine vintage whiskey mirrors from the UK from the 1960s, 1970s. So they love the location in terms of the bar and the coffee. So
apart from this, even the cakes.
Have cakes, of course, they go about. So yeah.
I tasted that, very nice.
Yeah. And we have quite a reasonable selection of whiskey here. So we've got whiskies from, I think we've got about 30 different single malt whiskies from 12 different countries. So we have people come in who want to sample different whiskies from different countries.
Including Romania, which is a big surprise because people do not know Romania produces single malt whiskey.
Yes, indeed. Talking about whiskey, I wanted to ask you if you tasted Palinka or our traditional.
I have many times. Probably a little bit too much, to be honest, but there you go.
What message do you want to convey to those who are thinking about venturing into business or moving to another country?
I would say just follow your instincts. If you feel it's right and you like the area, go and do it. Don't hesitate. Yeah.
Right. Thank you so much. And I will put Doris a question about how difficult is your life being with an Englishman in Romania, having a business here?
I'll be sure. None at all. No difficulties at all. She loves every minute of it. Couldn't be easier for her. Is that right? So I'm just scripting it. Right, go on. Sorry, I'm joking. Carry on.
Fine, yeah.
Always has its challenges, but I think what we achieved, we're proud of what we achieved, and we're trying to make it work, and we're trying to be nice and everybody to enjoy a coffee and a cake and the experience.
Yeah, I think that again, I could come back to language. English people aren't renowned for their ability to speak any language other than English. And in a little way, there's a certain arrogance in English people that think everybody should speak English, and they don't, and I get it. So I think there's a reliance on Doris to cover my lack of language skills in Romanian that I personally think is challenging, and I think if it was the other way around, I'm not sure I'd be quite as forgiving as she is on that. So I would, because day to day you've got to sort certain things out, and because my Romanian is quite limited, it means you've got to sort certain things out. I don't. I just have to say this needs sorting out. So it always falls back on Doris, which is a bit unfair, to be honest, but it is what it is. I think it's worth pointing out, and we sort of touched on it before. I think I moved here. I moved here before Doris moved here, actually. So I moved into our house back in 2018.
Yeah.
2018. And I have seen Runcu change significantly for the better since
That's
we
true.
moved here. And every year that the whole area gets better and better. And I don't know if you've seen it. And I mean, I'm not talking just Runcu, the village, I'm talking the commune of Runcu as well,
Yeah.
you know. And I think, you know, anybody thinking of opening a business or coming here or whatever, you know, we've got a lot of support from the local mayor, Adi, the local mayor, and the council, yeah. And they've done a tremendous job at getting lots of works done around the place, and they've helped us and provided us with a lot of support and advice.
Yeah.
So, you know, and I think that has made a significant difference to us. If you got into a place where you don't have that support and people who are genuinely interested in building, you know, the Runcu area as a proper tourist area and all the rest of it, it would be much harder. And we probably wouldn't have done it.
Ne-am simțit foarte bine în timpul interviului cu Martin și Doris. A fost o experiență plăcută și inspirată și sperăm ca proiectele lor să aibă succes în viitor. Vă mulțumim încă o dată pentru timpul acordat și pentru oportunitatea de a discuta cu voi. Să avem cu toții un Paște fericit!